Hey guys, welcome to the shop. This is the shop where I work and stuff. So yeah, just want to show you around the shop. One reason, here's by Nebraska. This is the FS410C, and then there's FS280, the MSA200, there's the MSA362, and then we got this is one of the parts of a Husqvarna 346 XP. But that's not what we're dealing with today. This thing right here. This is a Soviet Ural chainsaw. I don't know. I don't know who dealt with one of these before. This is very weird. First time I ever done anything with this. So from what I know, here's the starter on it. I actually have to clean it a little bit. Stuff here. Here are 3 chains. This is actually a barn find from my second cousin. He gave this to me when I started. This is a barn find. It's been in the barn for how many years, whatever. I don't know. I think my grandfather actually used it. So yeah, here are some three chains. Each of them have a different. Each of them need a different sprocket. It's very weird. So yeah, here's the starter. There are some parts in this thing right here, which I'm gonna take right now. See what it is. So yeah, just very weird. Just look at. I think here's where you put on the starter. This is the muffler, I think. Yeah, here's the spark plug. I guess this is the fuel tank, and I guess this is oil tank, because from what I know, you put in pure gasoline in here and pure oil, and basically you have to dial it goes differently, and I think I don't know if you even oil the bar. I don't know. I will talk to my father. He knows a little more about these Soviet chainsaws. I don't know nothing. I'm a steel guy. I only know really about steel and a little bit about uh, Husky. But yeah, I don't know what it is back here at the end of the bar. What this is, I don't know. From what I know, this should be able to be twisted. I don't know how. I will play around with this a little bit. I think this is where is your gas throttle. You put on the starter on here, you started it. Some voice in my head just saying, in Soviet Russia, you don't saw with a chainsaw. The chainsaw saw with you. For whatever reason, I don't know. I would actually want to know how long this bar is. I think it's a 20-inch one. I don't know. Never used this long of a bar before. I know a bunch of basically Americans laugh at us Europeans who use very short bars and small chainsaws. Like when my father was logging in the 80s, he was using a for 440 Husqvarna with I don't know that old Husky saws. He was using and basically 40cc saw with 13-inch bar for logging. So that's a lot of people laugh at us that we use very small saws and very uh, small bars too. I guess this is where you fill your bar oil. That is either a 3 or a Z, I don't know. Well, oh, that ain't no oil. That is what's it called? Uh, Air filter. But this is very weird thing about this chainsaw. Just look at this. I hope you see this. It's not a GoPro, so I can't really see on the front. by that, what do you do? You can rotate it whatever you want. You can be like rotate it. You can hear the oil, not the oil, but the gasoline in there showing around. Actually, I don't know. Maybe you actually do mix the thing. I need to clean this actually. I didn't expect to do this fast, but you know, well, it was very rainy last night, so I can't really go out and do brush cutting because yeah, it's just too slippery and too dangerous. Okay, this is a weird tensioning system. Okay, this is how you take off the bar. I think this is definitely a 20-inch bar. Okay. Alright, let's see what's in this package right here. There's another engine, a new starter, a new clutch too. So, a bunch of other things, spare parts. What is this? What does this say? Any laws? What my actually read is then say to me what is saying. What is no like what is Ural Ural E what is it? I don't know what it is. Don't care anyway. Okay. This one seems alright. Seems like the right sprocket. This seems like the right one. Well, that's definitely the right one, that's for sure. This is... Oh, those ones are... This ain't an Ural chain, this is a Druj chain. This is the weird, as my father calls it, the dinosaur back chain. This is something very weird. But yeah, these are normal chains. Two normal chains for this. I'm actually pretty interested in how old this saw might be. Because they started making these in the 40s. And I want to see their story about these saws. It was like, I don't know, it's 50s, 40s, I don't know, my father told this story. About, there was one like, a pretty big forestry fair. In like the 50s or something. And the Russians are right now showing off their, Ural chainsaws, the best chainsaws ever. And, there's basically a log put on there, put on a stand, so, so they can, basically if you have been something like Elmia Wood or somewhere, basically they show you how the chainsaw works and stuff. And, basically started, and he starts to get a chainsaw, started, and you can't start it, you just pulls and it doesn't start at all. And somewhere around there was like a Swedish guy with the I don't know what they called those long saws. two-man saws. I don't know what. God, there's one of them somewhere around here. Uh, Basically, with a two-man saw, this comes and starts cutting. And the Russian hasn't even started his chainsaw, and he has already cut through it with the two-man saw. So yeah, that's the quality what they build these saws with. Hey guys, so I just saw this right now. This is put on afterwards. This is built in 1981, 92, but I guess this was the original one. It's from 1981. So this saw is like 43 years old. Pretty new for a Ural saw, but yeah. I'm gonna clean this little area right here. Something I don't know. Alright. Yeah, I can't really pry it open. I think this right here goes to right here. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave this right now for now. Well, that's at least cleaner than it was. Yeah, guys, so can't really get this open, so basically gonna mark it in. I don't know what to call this. Oh God, Sederka. Basically, it's just been gasoline and a bunch of stuff in there. Kind of same as WD-40. WD-40. Here's one. Just spraying some WD-40 on. WD-40 on this chain. I actually have to. Gasoline in 4 days probably, or 3 hours 4 days. I don't know. We'll see how long it will take me, and I'll see you then. I thought this might be molded better. I also want to recolor it too. Maybe do a full restoration or something. We'll see. Well, Maybe when it's a mad revenue or something, I don't know.